Today I'm going to show you our happy birthday brownie recipe. It's our go-to celebration cake. It's rich and velvety and deliriously chocolatey, and everyone's going to love it. I'm going to show you how to make it. So I've got 160 grams of caster sugar here, and I'm just going to put this into my mixer. Into that I'm going to put 65 grams of odourless coconut oil, which I've melted, and I'm just going to let them combine. Perfect. Into that, I'm going to add 165 grams of dark cooking chocolate, at least 70% cocoa solids, and I've melted that gently, and I'm just going to add it in a little at a time. Into that, I'm going to add my beetroot puree. I have 200 grams of cooked beetroot here. I boiled them whole in their skins. I let them cool a little so that I could handle them. I actually wore washing up gloves because they stain your fingers. And then whilst they were still warm, I blended them really well with 45 grams of unsweetened oat milk. And here you see I have my puree. And into that I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. Glorious colour. And I'm going to add this to the chocolate mixture. I've got 210 grams of plain flour, and into that I'm going to put 30 grams of cocoa powder, the best quality I can find. Into that I'm going to add a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and again 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Finally, a pinch of salt, that a little stir, and I'm going to add that also to my beetroot and chocolate mixture. And that's perfect. I don't want to overmix any of the ingredients, so just until they come together nicely and there's no bits of dry flour. All that's left to do is put it in my tin. So I've got my 20cm square tin, and I've lined it with greaseproof, and I put an extra bit of oil so it doesn't stick. And now I'm just going to put my mixture in my tin. It's quite a sort of sticky mixture. It's an awesome colour. I'm just going to push it down and make it even. It does look quite dark and purple now, but when it cooks and you've iced it, it'll look like dark chocolate brownie, and no one will be the wiser that it's full of delicious beetroot. I've preheated my oven to 165 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to bake it for about 15 minutes. I'm going to check it after 12. So whilst my cake is baking in the oven, I'm going to get on with making the icing. I've got 4 tablespoons here of odourless coconut oil, and it's softened. Into that I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of boiling water, just to soften it further. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. More than 2 tablespoons. I've got 200 grams of icing sugar, which I've sifted with 6 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And I'm just going to add that in slowly. And that's perfect. So my brownie is cooked. I'm just going to let it cool completely before I ice it. So my brownie is completely cool, and I'm going to just take it out of the tin, put it on my board like so. I'm just going to dollop the icing like so, and I'll smooth it out afterwards. of course, my hundreds and thousands. Oh, you can't not smile when you look at that. Iced, dressed and ready to celebrate. If you're not ready to eat it, you can store it in the fridge. Make sure you take it out at least 2 hours before you need it. Just the perfect celebration cake for all ages. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of What on Earth to Eat Now. I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't want to miss an episode, don't forget to hit that bell icon. We'll see you again next time for another episode of What on Earth to Eat Now.